Hi guys, this is day one of connecting to the Archangels with me. So this is Archangel Raziel, and we are going to talk about him and connect with him right now. Archangels are incredible divine messengers and beings of light that help us on our earthly journey. There's a bunch of them, and each of them has a unique focus in the human experience so that they can provide light for. So there's one that's a protector and a supporter, and that's Archangel Michael. He's the most quote-unquote famous. There's another that helps us with shadow work and getting over our fears. There's another that helps us with raising kids and birthing new ideas into creation. So each archangel has their own little specialty. And so Archangel Raziel, I connected with him. And before I read anything about any being of light that I connect with, so I recommend that you guys do this too. Before I do any research, what I do is I meditate and I call their energy in. I did use this amazing deck by Callista to see who wanted to come forward. But I used this picture and I called in his energy and I meditated and I asked him who he was and what he's about. And he stepped forward and I just immediately saw my professor from college, his office. And so my professor in college was this guy. He taught moral theology. And I went to a Catholic college that was very like traditional, and this man was very magical, like not like the other theology professors at all. I was atheist agnostic at the time, so I was very open to like whatever. And one day I had to go to his office, and I remember walking down to the office and being like, I don't really need to go. I could just ask this question tomorrow, but for some reason I wanted to go to his office. So I went to his office, and in his office, I walk in, it's like I had walked into like a portal of Hogwarts. There were plants everywhere. There were books everywhere. It was messy. There was papers thrown about. And then there's this huge fish tank on his desk with a goldfish the size of like a small dog. This huge bowl just sitting on his desk with a light underneath it. And it was just wild. And I felt energy as I walked in. And I was like not spiritual at all. And I was like, whoa, this guy is crazy. And we ended up chatting, and I was just like, I just remember the whole time being in like another world. And that was probably one of the times I think back on in my life where I felt like there was something more to life, but I didn't put everything together. He actually ended up passing away the year after, and I went to his funeral and with my friend, and I actually passed out at his funeral. I was feeling so much energy. And so he's always been in the back of my mind because I had these like really weird experiences. And when I started to meditate during my early spiritual awakening, I started to see him in a new office in heaven and I was like, you were a part of my path, weren't you? And he's given me some messages and stuff, and I haven't really thought about it much since my early spiritual awakening journey. And when I started meditating, when I went to go connect with Archangel Raziel, I immediately was given the image of Father Taraco's office and like that magic. And I was like, oh, is that like the vibe? And then I felt Raziel next to me. He's like, yeah, like that's who I am up here. And after learning a little bit more, after I finished the meditation, like in the actual book that Callista wrote regarding her channeled messages from Raziel, he's like the magical professor of heaven. So it was really cool how he showed me something in my human experience to make it click for me. And the other feeling that I felt from Raziel as I was connecting with him, and as I connected with him, especially for the course in November, we were connecting to the inner child, and I just felt like this magical sense of wonderment for the human experience and for being a divine being in the human experience. And he actually showed me how like little kids feel about Santa Claus or the Tooth Fairy or any, magical entity, and how we can still feel that in our lives and how we are that. We don't have to lose that. And it was really cool to like bring that magic into adult life too. He's like, that's exactly what life is, but we just push it away because of our human minds and all the responsibilities and the lack of awareness for our divine experience. And he just showed me how every single thing that we encounter, every single feeling that we have is divine, and we can lean into the magic of it, or we can lean into the hardship and the negativity of it. And he's there to inspire us to remember our magic and to teach us all of the divine, amazing things that we can learn in the human experience, and to just trust the process of being human and find the light in it. I encourage everybody to connect with him and allow him to inspire you, especially if you're early on in your spiritual awakening and you're like, what is going on? He wants to help you. And if you're feeling kind of stagnant and stuck and you're like, there's got to be more to life, he's a perfect archangel to call on to help you. And if you're looking to connect to your inner child and you want to feel that spark again, that's another way to ask him to come forward. So that is Archangel Raziel for today. We'll be back with another Archangel soon.